I have always been a paper planner person, and I do use a digital calendar with my husband where we share big major events and trips or obligations that both of us have that we need to be aware of, or if I need to be somewhere and can't watch the kids, then he's aware of it. But beyond that, I pretty much do everything on paper, and even those things I duplicate on paper. And not only am I a paper planner person, but I'm a planner pad person. So hear me out. I use and have used the large planners that are, spiral bound or whatever it might be, but I just find myself not using those as often because it feels like such a big commitment and it's all or nothing. I love planner pads because you can choose to plan out a day very specifically, item by item, hour by hour, and then the next day you could say, hey, I'm just gonna have a family day, I'm not gonna focus on this, and not use a planner pad page that day and just kind of customize it to how your life and day works. So I really appreciate that and like the concept of working from big picture, monthly planner to weekly planner to daily planner and having that versatility. And I want to thank Decorably for sponsoring today's video because they have sent me so many goodies that we can use today to plan things out together. And I'm going to take you along with me as I go through everything and get organized, but not only get organized because these tools help as time management tools. They're also a great way to help set goals and work towards those goals. You know that I'm big into goal setting, and if you don't document your goals and you're not keeping track of them at these monthly, weekly, daily levels, you're far less likely to achieve them. So this is really my key to achieving those goals and to having time management and efficiency. Decorably has so many different products, so you're probably gonna find something that fits the way that your brain thinks in terms of planning out your months, your weeks, and your days. But they also have lots of fun patterns. So you can select, maybe you want the weekly planner, but you can pick what style you want it in to fit your aesthetic. If you want something that's more bright and colorful, or if you want something that's a little bit more simplified. So I picked out all of these colors and am so excited to jump in. So first of all, I want to start with the monthly planner, and they have a couple of different sizes. They have a little small size and a big size, and they also sent me one that is a little bit more of a neutral color scheme. I'm gonna give this one to Jim at work so he can have that one. And what I really like about it is that this started at July 2024 and goes all the way through, let's see, they have a full big calendar here of 24 and 25. It goes all the way through the end of 2025. So this will get me through quite a bit. And then there's stickers at the back. There's so many fun stickers. There's like popcorn for movies. There's exercising. Let's see, spa days. Ooh, they have declutter days. I love this. Family time, weekly goals, bills. Oh, and there's baby stuff. 1 month old, 2 month old. I'm gonna put all of that stuff in there for my youngest, Henry. So what I'm gonna do is I am going to start planning month by month. And what I like to do when I'm doing a monthly planner is I like to put big picture things on there. I am going to put when I have travel plans, if somebody's gonna be in town. I'm gonna put when Henry turns, 7 months old and all of that stuff in there. Birthdays I put on there. Also, since I do content creation and YouTube and all of that stuff, I like to have a large content planner and have an idea of what YouTube videos I'm gonna be publishing and all of that stuff on a monthly basis so I can make sure I'm hitting those goals far in advance. So I'm gonna show you exactly what I do with this monthly planner. Okay, so the first thing I've done here is I have drawn a line because we are going on vacation and we're gonna go see my family. And I feel kind of funny putting a palm tree next to the word Minnesota, because that's not typically what you think of when you think of Minnesota. And then I just draw like an arrow and then draw a line where it ends there. And then actually, while we are in Minnesota, it is our anniversary. So I'm gonna put a little anniversary sticker there, and it is our 4th anniversary. I'm also gonna add that sticker there where Henry is 7 months old. And then kind of fun, we have color wars at daycare. So I am, let's see, gonna write color wars. And I love this little rainbow sticker because actually the colors that each of the boys are, Owen is green and Henry's class is orange. So let's find an orange here. And then I'm gonna keep writing in other major events. I'm just looking at my digital calendar as I'm doing this. So I'll quickly fill in the rest of this. So I just finished up with the monthly planner and I got a lot of stuff in here. Mostly what I put in there was those big things like vacations. I had some doctor's appointments. I marked in all of my YouTube videos. Like I said, I'm using this kind of for content planning. I was doing a little color coding, loving the stickers. I used some of these little star stickers for goal planning. I'm really working on expanding my Etsy shop and have some bigger picture ideas that I don't want to lose track of. So if I am planning for a specific week, like I need to know what that goal is or what that thing is that I'm working on. So I have one of those for each month. I went into August here again, wrote some trips that we have planned, some birthdays, when school is closed one day, all of that stuff. So I'm really excited to then take this monthly planner, and then we're about to start a new week. So I have their weekly planner. They have a few different options for weekly planners. I selected this one that has a spot for each day, and then you can fill in the actual date. Then there's even a spot to write what you want to do or think of for next week. There's a habit tracker, which I'm really big into right now, a to-do list that separates out top priorities, which I think is extremely important, a weekly focus, and a note section. I'm gonna leave the note section blank, and then throughout the week I can jot things in there. So I am going to plan out the week here, and this is mostly just like to-do list things, and then on that week, this coming week, I can just focus on what's at hand, the tasks at hand. So I'm gonna flip back to July at what I have going on for the week, and then I am going to add in my extra plans here. I didn't go crazy with the weekly planner here, but I wrote in some of the big things that I'm gonna be doing, some events that I have. Again, I color coded them. I tried to kind of match the color coding to what I was doing on the monthly planner. So like the goal that I had of the week, I'm putting as my top priority. We are coming back from vacation, so I wrote that I want to organize closets. We did a little bit of shopping with my parents, so the boys got some new clothes, so I need to reorganize all of that, get it folded or hung up, wash it, whatever I need to do. I did the habit tracker. I put a couple of things here, and I'm gonna keep workshopping this, and that's actually something I want to share more. This is kind of the preliminary planning video, and then once I get my new routine down, since I am really in this new phase of working with a really fluid schedule, I want to work on the daily schedule that I have kind of brewing in my head, and we'll share more about that if and when I'm liking the way that it's working out. But some daily habits and things that I've added on here. I am doing some things on Amazon, so I want to be consistent with that. I want to write when I'm filming YouTube videos. I try and film 2 to 3 videos a week. I want to keep track of reels that I'm posting. I want to make sure I'm exercising regularly, things like that. And I'm really leaving a lot of space here because I feel like as things come up through the week, you know, let's say I am going through my emails on Monday and I'm like, okay, I can't do this today. I need to respond to these emails or follow up with somebody, and I will plan it out for the week. So I'm leaving a lot of space here intentionally so I can give myself that opportunity to have flexibility through the week. Just because there's space in a planner doesn't mean you need to overfill it. Leave that opportunity to have things arise as the week goes on. So I will build out that to-do list a little bit more, and I'm excited about the habit tracker, and you can hold on to these and keep track of how things have gone if you want to, or you can just tear them off and toss them and start the week anew. Next up, I want to talk about daily planning. I like to have the whole day written out, hour by hour, what I want to do. I try not to over plan it, even though I'm saying I do it hour by hour. I just like that visual list and accountability of what I want to be doing within a certain time frame, and can kind of segment it and chunk it piece by piece and focus on a certain thing at a particular time. And again, my schedule right now is very up in the air and completely determined by me, so I need that structure. I grabbed this daily planner. There's a few different ones again. I like that it has those hours, 6 to midnight. I am definitely not gonna be up at midnight, so I'm not gonna go all the way down there. It has like a mood spot, a thankful spot, again, priorities and to-do list. There is a meal plan, things for tomorrow, and a notes spot. In just a second, when we finish up with this daily planner, I am going to show you my meal planning for the week. So I'm filming this over the weekend, and I'm gonna write this daily planner for Monday. So I am ready. I love doing daily plans the night before. It's like the best part of a night routine is making your routine for the next day. So I'm gonna be ready to rock and roll on Monday. And then we need to quickly make a meal plan and grocery list for the week ahead as well. So let's do the daily plan. Okay, so here I have the daily planner, and I'm going to plan out my Monday. I don't have anything really in particular that I am doing here on this Monday. I don't have any appointments or anything like that. I just have an open day. So I'm going to plan this day out, and this is the idea that I want to talk about a little bit further in a full dedicated video if my plans really work out for how this is going. So I wake up basically when the kids wake up, and then I have until about, I don't know, they leave usually about 7:20, 7:30, something like that. So I have something, a clock, until let's say 7:45. I want to clean, and I am going to write actually what I want to do in that time. Let's see, until about 7:45. So that brings me about here. I'm just gonna make like a little bar there. And then I'm gonna write that I want to do dishes. I want to add in a load of laundry. I want to wash bottles and make the bed. Okay, then at this time, 7:45 until, I don't know, about 8:30, like a 45-minute break here. I want to work out. So I'm gonna say 7:45 to 8:30 is workout. And I could probably extend that a little bit further. I like doing the little colors here. And then after that, I'm gonna do shower and get ready. Let's see, 8:30 to about 9 o'clock maybe. Here I want to do, like I want to pick up the bedrooms. So that's usually the kids' rooms and a little dinner prep if needed. Because at 9 o'clock, I want to work from 9 until 11:30. So I'm going to make that a work block. And again, if you haven't been following me, the work that I'm starting to do is all on my schedule. And I can work as much or as little as I want. It doesn't matter when I work. The more I work, the more money I get paid. So I want to try and really plan out my day, and I want to hold myself accountable to when I'm working and try and track it. So I think this will be helpful. So 11:30 to 12:30 I'm saying is lunch. And during lunch, I'm also going to switch the laundry if needed, or I can fold laundry during my lunch break. And I'm gonna say dinner prep again, just because a lot of times there's more dinner prep. And then I am gonna do another work block from 12:30 until, I'm gonna work till 3 o'clock. And then after that, I want to work on sophisticated, my business. So I'm gonna say from 3 o'clock to 4 o'clock, I am gonna do whatever I need to do. sophisticated, that says. And then I am gonna say, it's probably gonna vary, but I think I'm gonna film a video this day, get a reel if I can. So I just finished up with the rest of my week plan here, and I just wanted to share that I finished up here by adding that I have that sophisticated time that we were just talking about, where I am gonna film or maybe do a reel or catch up on comments. I'm kind of leaving that open. And then from 4 to 4:30, I'm actually gonna cook dinner. And then usually that time, it's kind of iffy about what time the kids come home from daycare. My husband brings them home. So it really depends on when he gets done with work. Sometimes he'll be home at 4:30, sometimes it'll be 5, sometimes it's 4:15. So sometimes it's 5:30, we'll see. And I can kind of flex that time a little bit if I need to. And then I just wrote that it's gonna be family time until basically 8 o'clock. The kids usually go to bed anywhere between 7 and 8:30. So again, if that time flexes a little bit, totally fine. But I wrote from 8 to 10. That's usually around when I go to bed, that I am going to work on my Etsy orders. That's something that I do twice a week. I just try and batch it together. So I'm gonna do Etsy orders or edit videos, kind of depending on how much work I have to do. And then I always clean the kitchen before I go to bed. And then I think when I wake up in the morning, I'm gonna fill in my to-do list for the day and top priorities. Obviously, I don't know my mood for tomorrow. And then I left the meal plan pretty much blank, other than egg cups. I've been really enjoying those. I got them from Costco. But I am going to move on to meal planning next. I always plan out my meals on the weekends for a full week at a time. I like to go to the grocery store on the weekend, pick up groceries, and then have my full meal plan ready to go. Sometimes I'll do a little bit of meal prepping over the weekend and prep some ingredients to help make those dinners a little bit easier. Like if there's a salad dressing that I'm gonna make from scratch, or a sauce or something. Last week I made a crusty bread, and you could actually make the dough up to 3 days in advance. So I could do that over the weekend. And then when it was ready to bake the bread, I could just pull it out of the fridge, let it re-rise again, and just make my life easier during the week. I am really liking the 2 planners they have. So this is the weekly meal planner where I can write out breakfast, lunch, and dinner, Monday through Sunday, and then I can write out my grocery list that corresponds with that meal plan for the week. This is what I'm gonna mostly sit in and work through. And then the cool part here is it is perforated down the center. So I can fold it and tear off that grocery list and take it with me to the grocery store. The other list is one that I think is great to keep on your refrigerator. It is magnetic here. They're both actually magnetic, but this one's great to leave on the refrigerator because you can be marking things as you need them. So it's not necessarily associated with the meal plan and I'm making spaghetti and I say, okay, I'm making spaghetti, so I need spaghetti and I need red sauce and I need ground beef or whatever it might be. This is, I'm going through the fridge and let's say we just had pancakes and I poured out all of the maple syrup. We're out of maple syrup. I can mark that we need that. Or I'm cleaning the dishes and I need a new sponge and I can mark that kind of in the moment. And I could take this with me along with this grocery list or kind of cross-reference them. They are all categorized by the different sections within the grocery store, which is very helpful. But I think this is a great tool just to have stick on the fridge. I just went through my recipe binder here, and if you're interested in the whole recipe binder process, I just redid this whole binder. I have all of these different recipes that I've put in here, and I have a full YouTube video on this. You can also head to my Etsy site if you want the template, but I am still going through and trying to work through old magazine recipes and determine whether there's something that I want to keep in my recipe binder. So in that process, I pulled these out and I'm going to use them for my meal plan for this week. So I'm just going to write in the week, 7/22/24, and I decided that I'm going to make a Greek chicken salad. I think I want to do, so I have like healthy and unhealthy recipes. So I think we're going to start off with the Greek chicken salad for dinner. And then I am going to do pizza night, I think, next. And I don't have a recipe there. I have the pizza dough recipe in my binder already. I make that all the time. And then I'm gonna make Wednesday leftovers, just because we'll either have leftover salad or leftover pizza or something like that. I just like to have a buffer day. And then, so we did kind of like healthy, not as healthy, leftovers. Let's go back to healthy again. I'm gonna do this salmon and it's like a kale. And then Friday, I am going to say shrimp po' boys. So shrimp. And then I'm gonna leave the weekend blank for now. I'm still not sure what I wanna do, but then I'm just gonna go through all of the ingredients here and I am going to make sure that I have them. So like olive oil, I know I have, paprika I have, salt I have. I think I need more chickpeas. So let's see, there's dairy, meat and seafood, fruit and vegetable, frozen, sauces and spices, snacks and beverage. I think I'm just gonna write it in this extra section here. And let's see what else it has. Buttermilk I have, mayo I have. Okay, so we need chives, kale, and I have frozen salmon. And even though chives can kind of be like a spice, I'm gonna write chives because I need fresh chives. Pizza, I have my pizza dough already in the freezer that I've made. I want mozzarella and let's see, I want pepperoni and tomatoes. That's usually what I put on there. Sometimes I like mushrooms. Salad, we need, oh, more chickpeas. So let's do ×2. Cucumber, chicken, ciabatta bread. We need feta. Okay, so I got all of that stuff in. I already have the lettuce from my salad that I'm gonna make. I'll have tomatoes already. I actually have a tomato plant too. So I think I have pretty much everything here except for the rolls. Yeah, I pretty much have everything. So I'm just gonna say bread rolls. And then I'm just gonna do a little bit more brainstorming in terms of what I want to do for the weekend. And then I think I'm gonna do like some overnight oats. Usually for lunch, we just do leftovers. I know I wanted those cups on Monday. Maybe I'll just alternate overnight oats. And you know what? One of my favorite overnight oats is a blueberry one. So I'm going to say that I want blueberries. And I know other than having these dishes, there are other things that I'm going to need like for Owen's school lunches and stuff. He is going to need some fruits and veggies and maybe some other, like I should do some kids yogurt and fill the rest of this in. That is, I think, probably good. I feel so prepared for the week ahead, the day ahead, the months. I have never felt so planned and organized in terms of how my schedule looks. If you are interested in Decorably and some of their planners, because there are so many different options, I will have a link in the description box below that you can check out all of the different layouts and designs that they have. I will be planning on sharing another video again in depth, kind of showing you how I'm structuring my actual day. I could either do it like a day in the lifestyle or a planning video style, but I would love to hear from you how that would be the most helpful in breaking down how I'm being productive, because again, I know a lot of you are maybe retired and have this free-flowing day like I do, or you're self-employed, and this is just a really unique situation that is newer to me. So as I work to develop my schedule, I would love to share it with you. I really enjoyed hanging out with you and doing all of this planning, but until next time, I will see you all later.